So, off the cuff, random movie thoughts here. This one's going to be unedited as well. As you guys might know, or if you don't know, this channel is having a zombie movie marathon. So I'll make sure to tag it here. If I forget to tag it, just go in my channel and look up the zombie marathon. It's all in a playlist. Go check it out. It's been a lot of fun. But I want to talk about the Spider-Man news that just came out. So over the past week, we've been getting tons of Spider-Man news. We got news that although there won't be a Tony Stark in this movie, there is going to be Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange in this movie. So, parallel universes? Maybe. Also, just today, or yesterday, depending on when you're watching this video, there's been news of Tobey Maguire returning as his Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield returning as his Spider-Man. I grew up with Spider-Man, big Spider-Man fan. I grew up with the Ultimate comics, the ones from the late 90s. I grew up with the Sam Raimi movies, and not only did I grow up with them, I still think they hold up as excellent movies, especially Spider-Man 2. I still think that's the greatest superhero movie to this date. I think Sam Raimi is also one of my favorite directors. I love the Evil Dead trilogy. I even like his Wizard of Oz movie. I thought his Wizard of Oz movie was interesting. However, I don't like these new incarnations of Spider-Man, and I think I just want to talk about that for a while. How can I put this? So, I really liked Spider-Man 1, 2, 3. Hated Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's a train wreck of a movie. I actually liked Amazing Spider-Man 2 a bit more than The Amazing Spider-Man, just because I didn't have to sit through his backstory for the millionth time. And what about these new Spider-Man movies? I think Homecoming is okay. I don't think it's on the level of even a Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3. And I think Far From Home is a little less good than Homecoming, but about the same level. So basically, if I had to rank all the Spider-Man movies so far, it would be like Sam Raimi's trilogy, the 2 Tom Holland movies, and way down there would be the 2 Andrew Garfield movies. The main thing I don't think that's keeping Tom Holland's movies away from the Sam Raimi movies, a little thing called heart. Sam Raimi, he's a very campy director. He does the zoom-ins. He has like the random shots of people saying, "Look, it's Spider-Man!" And it's all cheesy, and I think that's why people dock it points nowadays. Like, oh, the Sam Raimi movies, they're cheesy. The Sam Raimi movies were always intended to be cheesy fun. It's based off comic books, after all. I feel like these Tom Holland movies, there's a little lack of style. And that's a bit of the consequence you get from having this Spider-Man movie in a shared universe full of different superheroes like Iron Man and Captain America. The tone has to fit. And since the tone has to fit all of these different characters, everything feels a bit more stale. Whereas the Sam Raimi trilogy, Sony just said, do whatever the fuck you want, Sam Raimi, and he went batshit crazy. But I feel like more fundamental than that, I don't think they're getting the character of Spider-Man right. So if you go to Spider-Man Far From Home, what are the big changes they made? Well, they put him back in high school, which I think is a good idea. I have no problems there. They gave him an Iron Man suit, which I do not like. I much prefer Spider-Man get bitten by a spider and he naturally shoots web, because it makes the superpower more unique to Peter Parker. With this new Tom Holland movie, I kind of feel like anyone can be Spider-Man, just as long as Tony Stark is friends with them and he can make them a suit. It makes the character a little less unique to me. And not only that, as further movies went on, it just became worse and worse. So in Spider-Man Homecoming, he has the cool Iron Man suit, but halfway through the movie, Iron Man takes it away, and he has to work with his cheesy homemade suit, which is interesting. Then in Spider-Man Far From Home, Jon Favreau gives him a bunch of different suits. Okay. Then in Avengers Endgame, he's like full out Iron Man. He's not even Spider-Man anymore. So I'm like, why am I watching this preteen? I would much rather watch Iron Man be Iron Man. Like, Robert Downey Jr. is a better Iron Man than Tom Holland. So why am I watching Tom Holland as Iron Man? I know that's just me. I know there's some nerd listening to this who's like, well, in comics, those comics. I'm sorry, I just watch movies and I read some of the comics. I prefer the natural web shooter. Or even if you're not going to go the natural web shooter route, at least have Spider-Man make his own web shooters. Make the power unique to the character. Also, when I talk about there's a lack of heart, I'm not just talking about the style. There's really great scenes in Spider-Man 2 especially, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, that resonate. There's that scene where Aunt May is talking about how the world needs a hero, and that's a very poignant scene. That's a scene that makes me realize, oh, it is actually difficult to be a hero and to make the right decisions and to balance your life and everything. And it's a little cheesy. They have the Danny Elfman music playing in the background. Yeah, it's a little corny, I get it, but at least there's heart. I feel like this new Spider-Man is lacking that heart. And the reason why I'm talking about, oh, this and that, and this one has heart and this one doesn't have heart, is that I would like to see a more stripped away Spider-Man movie. But upon receiving this news that Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in it, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in it, even fucking Jamie Foxx's Electro is going to be in it. I feel like they're not taking that stripped back approach that I wanted, and they're instead going for a more Avengers Endgame style, which I like Avengers Endgame. It works for an Avengers movie, but I just want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man. The one thing this news makes me excited about is that there is now a possibility that they might make a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4, which I'm fucking dying to see. I would love to see Sam Raimi return to Spider-Man and make a Spider-Man 4. I would love to see Tobey Maguire as an adult have to maintain his adult responsibilities while still being Spider-Man. I think that's way more interesting to me than just some weird parallel universe, dimensions, whatever. I don't know. And I feel like fans are looking forward to this. Also, this comes with the news that they're making a Flash movie, and Michael Keaton's Batman is going to be in the Flash movie. And I feel like these superhero movies are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where I just don't care for the characters as much. No one's going to go to that Flash movie wanting to see Ezra Miller's Flash. They're going to go to see Michael Keaton return as Batman. And that's because Tim Burton's Batman movie had heart. You liked Michael Keaton's Batman movie. He was charismatic. That movie had style. It felt like a Tim Burton movie. Similar, I'm not going to see Spider-Man 3 for Tom Holland. I couldn't care less about this character. I'm going just to see Tobey Maguire back as Spider-Man. Why? Because Sam Raimi did an actual good job with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So, I don't know. I would have liked to see a more stripped back approach to Spider-Man for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I was kind of expecting that now that Robert Downey Jr.'s character is dead in this universe. He can't be given another Spider-Man suit. Maybe his breaks down and he doesn't know who can fix it. He has to rely on his spandex suit again. I would have liked that approach more. Yeah, and I would have liked it if you kept it down to one bad guy. Who knows, like, Sandman's the bad guy, whoever. I would have preferred that. But whenever Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in a movie, I feel like they need to put another hero in there. Oh, Spider-Man Homecoming? Yeah, throw in Iron Man. Spider-Man Far From Home, oh, you gotta have Jon Favreau in there. Oh, you gotta have Pepper Potts in there. Spider-Man 3, oh, let's throw in Benedict Cumberbatch and the other Spider-Mans. It's like, can I just have a Spider-Man movie with some heart and where I care for this character and he doesn't have to have like a bigger brother who's doing all the work for him? I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it. I'm sure 99% of the universe is stoked to see Andrew Garfield again. Maybe not Andrew Garfield, but definitely Tobey Maguire. Poor Andrew Garfield. Yeah, I don't know. Just because I say these things, it doesn't mean I'm not going to give the movie a fair shot. I'll see the movie in theaters if I feel like seeing it. If I don't feel like seeing it, I won't see it. To be honest, I'm a little fatigued with all these Marvel movies. I think Endgame was a perfect ending. They should just end it there. Not interested in a Black Widow prequel. Not interested in a Vision television series. Not interested in fucking Captain America Jr., She-Hulk, and the Wizard of Oz, and I don't know. Feeling a little convoluted. Would love to see a stripped back Marvel Universe and a stripped back Spider-Man. Comment below. I might be alone on this. Let me know if I'm batshit crazy, if I'm a lunatic. Comment below, say, Paul, you're wrong, and I want to pee on your lap. Please don't, but yeah.